backstage at Trädgården with U.D.O now playing tonight. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much. But a little bit tired, so we had a big problem at last night with our night liner. So the heat was very hot in the bus, so we couldn't really sleep. So, but it's fixed now today. So hopefully it works next tonight when we go to the next town.
Because you're driving straight off to Uppsala, am I right?
Yeah, we're going back. Next day is Uppsala.
You guys are on a pretty extensive tour. I saw the tour days. You've been out touring like forever.
For 40 years. No, but this is in a way it's a long tour what we're doing right now. It goes nearly until the end of the year, but then it's not finished. So definitely it's coming Russia, South America, and a lot of festivals next year. So busy.
How do you keep it up?
Yeah, so I mean, this is, I think, one of the best part of being a musician, to be on tour, and still we have fun. We're doing it, so no problem.
Close to 20 albums throughout the years with U.D.O. How's this journey been?
Yeah, I mean, now it was the 13th album of U.D.O. I did already 10 with Accepted. I mean, 23 studio albums.
And a few live albums as well.
And live albums and best-of albums and DVDs and stuff, I don't know. So many stuff around, but the biggest nightmare is, to make up a set list with 23 albums. This is a nightmare. But I think the set list that we have at the moment is, I think it's a good mix-up of everything. It's older U.D.O. stuff, still Accept stuff, stuff of the latest U.D.O. album. So, but you cannot satisfy everybody.
Of course not. It would be terribly hard.
Yeah, then you have to play 1 week.
So tell me, how is it to work with?
Horrible.
I expected that answer.
I know that. No, I mean, when we are all more or less the same age, it's quite relaxed. So when you're so long for so many years on the road, and we know each other so many years, it's quite it's everybody respects the other one. Everybody knows where he stays and what he has to do, and so we are taking much more care about our health than anything else at this time.
The story between you guys go back way back since.
So we met each other the first time 83, something like that, 82.
Cannot count so much.
Do you ever get bored about each other?
Sorry?
Do you ever get bored of each other?
No. I mean, we are still, now we are living on the same island in Ibiza, so it's just 5 minutes away, so no. But I don't see him, and I don't want to see him on the island.
I always drive. When I see him coming out, I go the other way.
Just got to ask you guys been in this business for a long time. Throughout the years, how do you think the music business has changed? I mean, it's a big question, but especially the rock scene.
What it was a change. On one side, it never changed because rock will be always rock, and rock is a thing what has to do with life. So it was in the past like that, and will be in the future like that. That you need rock bands that really play on stage. The business has changed, but this is on one side the whole business has changed. If you buy a car, if you buy fridges that can talk, or yesterday iPhones they open fridges. I don't know what he said. I have no idea. So even the business in the music market has completely changed. So was it in the past they spent $2 million or euros for a record? Now they say maybe you pay by yourself. Things like, but it's a normal evolution where we have to go through, and we are going with that. And what we figured out the last years, we're getting much more fans than in the past 8-9 years, and they're all young people. They want to see live bands and things like that. So I think it has changed because the industry made a lot of mistakes also, as usual, like in all the other industries. But we can live with that because we have our live market and it works.
You see it the same way,
Yeah, I see it the same way. I mean, now with the modern technology. I mean, with all this download stuff and internet stuff. I mean, it has a bad side and also a good side. I mean, nowadays we can spread around the world information in seconds. That was not, not normal in the 80s. And on the other hand, it's a little bit, I think, a little bit tougher now. I think more for young bands. I mean, we are that long in this business, have that many albums, and we can tour worldwide. But for young bands, I mean, it's not so easy anymore to get a record deal, get a support of the record companies, who they don't have that much money anymore. So the CD selling is going down, about the download stuff. So yeah, there are a lot of things are changing. But I think for me, in the end, in a couple of years, will be there are no more CD stores. There will be just download a new CD. That will be it's coming up, in my opinion.
You recently in May released a new album called Rev Raptor.
Yes.
Tell me a bit about the album in whole.
Yeah, what can I say about a new album?
It's a great album, of course, but
thank you very much. Now I can make it very easy. We have 11 new songs.
Okay. That's my slap in the face for the stupid question, right? Is it?
No, I think.
Tell me the process a bit. I mean, it has the classic sound, but it still takes it on.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that everybody is at the same moment at the studio. I mean, everybody now has internet, email stuff. Now we're sending ideas about the email stuff, blah blah blah. So I mean, it makes also everything much easier than it was in the old days. But I mean, the new album, I think we still have our roots. And the sound what we have now, I think it's now the modern sound, you know, what the young kids are used to hear. And I think this is the both together. I think how can I explain it? It makes us also like a band now these days, you know, not really old bands, but with this sound, and I think we are in a quite modern. That's what also the young people say to us. So quite modern band. So
I gotta ask this because you sort of made my life 28 years ago. Yeah, no, I'm 39 now, but I was 11 years old the first time I heard your voice. How have you kept the voice going, man? Honestly.
I do nothing. The only thing I did is I stopped smoking 7 years ago. That's the only thing I did, but I don't do anything special. It's just like it is. I go on stage and sing. I don't warm up or nothing. Oh. It's like nature, and a lot of luck. Not
like Glenn Hughes drinking soya milk and doing yoga.
Yeah, I didn't hear him last year, so I mean, I don't know. I mean, look, I know a lot of singers. They have big problems with their voice, and they have to go to a doctor. They have some operation. They cannot do more than 3 shows in a row and all that stuff. What can I say? I think I'm very, very lucky.
One more thing as well. You guys toured nearly all the world, of course, throughout the years. Any place in particular you haven't been, where you want to go?
Definitely is Australia, New Zealand. We never went there. China, what is coming up, could be very interesting. Cause
I was thinking about that as well, because China is a big market.
Because when you see our tour row in the last years, we are a band like to discover new places. We also play in things where we were the first band went to Vladivostok in 19. I forgot when it was. You know, so we love those things. But all these parties, what I said, like Korea. And all the shit what is there. There are quite a lot of countries we are missing, and still we are not there. We tour.
Yeah, you're going to tour until you get there.
Yeah, I don't know. So I mean, I know that we have some offers from India, and so I heard that they are working on a big Asian tour. So we will see what's coming up. I mean, just to go to Australia is quite expensive to do just Australia. So if we get this Asia tour, then we make also a step.
It's not so far then.
They're not so far to Australia. Yeah.
You were talking about Vladivostok and all that. You guys made it really big in Russia in the early 2000s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you guys get over there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the first show what we did in Russia was in 98. Yeah, something like that. And then the first show was in Almaty, Kazakhstan. And then we said to the promoter, "Are you sure?"
I would have said that as well.
And then we did a show in Almaty in Kazakhstan. I mean, that was they knew everything. And that was like, okay. And then we start the first big Russian tour, and it was really amazing. Then they knew all the songs, and it was like, okay, here we go. And then, I mean, we never really found out why we are that popular in Russia. Somebody said, some journalist said, yeah, you got a Russian soul. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe we don't know what it is in Russia. So, but I mean, then of course we're getting more and more popular in Russia. Then I started singing in Russian. I was working together with a Russian band. Then we did one U.D.O song, the ballad Cry, Soldier Cry. We did this completely in Russian. I was singing in Russian, so, and that makes us, in a way, much bigger.
Don't ask me for my Russian passport.
Are you guys thinking of moving there?
No, but I don't know. I mean, I like Russia very, very much. I mean, I like the mentality of the people. Everybody's very friendly. For me, they are very intelligent over there. I don't want to say. Don't say it. So, I mean, we love to go to Russia, and I know there will be coming up a tour in the end of February, March, and beginning of April. Going back to Russia.
But now you guys are in Sweden for a few gigs, and then you're moving on. So you were here quite recently, about a year ago, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is. This year I've been very often into Sweden. I was here do a show with Sabaton. And did a lot of festivals, and yeah, this year is very busy. We are very busy in Sweden.
Sweden year.
Yeah, the Sweden year.
Yeah, every year.
So.
No, but honestly, your relationship to the Swedish fans, how are they compared to other fans, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, we like to be here also in whole Scandinavia, you know. I mean, they're very open-minded. There's always a good atmosphere to play here. So, yeah, we're always looking forward for a Scandinavian tour, and also, of course, also Sweden. I mean, Sweden is have quite a lot of good rock bands. So, what can I say?
Yeah, this might be a bit premature, but you guys released the new album in May. Are you guys working on another album coming up?
Yeah, let's say we have it in mind. So we made a plan when we start thinking about. And this plan is quite fixed now, and so it's out of the mind because now we concentrate on the tour. We want to make anywhere maybe a DVD, so we have many other things now in mind before we really go to work on a new album. But we have, as I said, fixed when más o menos, like the Spanish say, more or less. So, and yeah, this is what we do.
Yeah. Quite organized guys, right?
Yeah, we have to be. I mean,
we are Germans.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to, honestly. I mean, you guys gave us the big roads.
Yeah, but I mean, so now we try to do a DVD of this tour, and then next year is a big year coming up, especially for me. I mean, now 40 years in the business, 25 years with U.D.O, and getting 60 next year. So there will be also another DVD coming up. So there is a plan to do a big birthday party on the Wacken Festival with a lot of surprises. I don't know what they're doing, so but I can imagine what's coming up.
I can see a bit of fear in your eyes there.
Sorry?
I can see a bit of fear in your eyes.
So, and we make also a DVD of this. So that means I think we are not really start working on the new album maybe next year, September, October. Start working on it.
Until then, we have to keep on watching your shows and enjoying the latest album.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for chatting a bit with us on Rocksoffan here. And if it's possible, Robert has a request here.
Yeah,
so if it's okay.
I would like to have an autograph if it's possible. Could you please sign here?
With my finger.
Yeah, sure.
Can you do this?
Yeah.
Is it free?
Okay. You can do this with the iPad?
No, that's wrong. Can you cut it?
Yeah. Great.
Don't forget to save. I sign on my checks different, so by the way. Because I know what
So, mister? Ah, he wasn't scared at all.
Yeah,
You were
yes.
kind of...
That's good, that is done.
Okay, thank you guys.
Okay, you're
Thanks a
welcome.
lot, man.
Yeah,
Great.
no problem.
Is it okay to take a picture?
Yeah, of course.
Just wasting another few minutes of your time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.